So, guys, if you just tuned in, this was the last round of Swiss. We're going to perform a cut to just 32 players of YCS Rimini 2016. And just now we saw Cyber Angels in our feature match advancing to the top 32. The player that we featured was on 23rd place, 25th place. Just won his round.
Winning can't possibly take you out of the
cannot
top
get any worse.
No.
So good for him. Sandro Ficini, and of course good for all the fans of the Cyber Angels. There's one of them right next to me.
Yeah, I just like Ritual Monsters.
Yes.
That was a really, really innovative build. I think the Star Seraphs, he must have tried all of the builds.
Right. And
Star Seraphs were absolutely a great choice. I think Ritual Sanctuary, being able to get back the Star Seraphs, that absolutely made that game.
Yeah.
Absolutely made that game.
That was, and the opponent, Pietro Fontini, he kind of got schooled in that match. He really read all the cards, and then several times he was like, is that possible? Because it looks really, really good what you're doing right now.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. It was like kind of like the anime when it's like, really? It does that as well?
Yeah, it does that.
And then you read it, and then
but
put
wait,
it down.
there's more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And interesting build, like you said, 22 spell cards in total in the Cyber Angels build, and with the opportunity to recycle some of them.
Yeah,
you don't mind. Just even like we saw him discard a Raigeki. Not that he needed it in that match at that point.
Yeah.
But you always have the chance to get it back.
Yeah, I mean, it just is. Yeah, that's something that not even touched on, because generally putting cards back in your deck and thinking, oh, putting them back is good because I can use them again. That's not really a it's not a solid strategy because you're not going to get them necessarily straight away.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, just the fact that you're able to basically monster reborn things a lot of the time is pretty strong.
That's the other part of the effect. Yes, of course, we shouldn't forget about that. Yes. So a couple of key cards here, like you said, the stick and chair was really putting in some work there.
Absolutely.
Benton, of course.
Benton is the one kind of, well, he only plays Benton, so it's definitely.
It's the only Cyber Angel, so it's.
Yeah, but it's a key part of the Cyber Angel.
It absolutely is. Yes. Anything else that we didn't see in the feature match that we should touch upon?
Saphira, I guess.
Did we ever see a Manju? I don't think so.
No, he's not playing Manju or Senju.
Manju.
Oh, is that Manju? Oh, okay.
I think it is.
Yeah.
We can try again, but I have heard that our Italian pronunciation is not quite up to par.
Yeah, let's not try it. But yeah, I mean that was really, really good. He was playing instant fusions as well. I don't know what. That must be the. That must be Herald's ritual spell card. I can't remember what it's called.
Anything else about the side deck that we said that the rogue decks tend to side less cards because their main deck strategy is already interrupting the opponent's plays for the most part. Yeah. So there's probably a little bit less any interesting choices in the extra deck that we have a problem reading half of those.
I mean he's playing a lot of really interesting ones just because of the stick chair combo. You've got to play a few interesting rank 4s. So like Masquerade's playing 104 Masquerade. The Ouroboros, which we saw. Deltaros, again we saw.
Number 24.
Dragulos. I don't even know what that is. That's interesting. Maybe
we can ask him about that again. So definitely a couple of interesting choices. Cyber Angel deck with overall an 8-2 record. Advancing to the top, it's very good result. Very good result.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially for a brand new deck that not many people have tested.
And I think the last few rounds that we saw, every single time Domain Monarchs was losing. Is that possible?
Yeah, actually.
He always had like a rogue deck against Domain Monarchs, and almost every time, like Mermail before that.
Oh no, Stephen Jacobs the one with Domain Monarchs.
Oh, he did, yes.
But the other two that we just had in a row.
With Mermails and now Cyber Angels, Domain Monarch always had that. Came up with the short end of the stick. If we want to stick with the stick and chair.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else that we definitely need to talk about now?
No, I think we're going to ask Sandro to take a seat and have an interview.
All right, guys. We're going to be talking to him, and then after that, we're going to try and make sense of how the top 32 are shaping up. So we're going to be right back with our winner of round 10, Sandro Ficini.
It's time to duel. It's time to duel. It's time to. Now is the time. Now is the time. Hey, hey, while you were pondering the ozone, I'm trying to get to the end zone. You won't be anything without the chips. Your lips are quivering. The time has come. Time to duel. Now we get serious. Time to duel. You're not invincible. Now is the time.
We're back with Sandro Ficini, one of the first players that locked up his seat in the top 32 of YCS Rimini 2016. Congratulations!
Thank you very much.
How does it feel to be in the top 32?
I'm very happy to be here with this deck.
With this deck, yes.
Yeah, new deck.
There are a couple of different ways to build a Cyber Angels deck.
Yes, but I choose one with just the Ben 10 as a Cyber Angel.
Why did you choose this particular build?
Because you don't need Ida 10 or Dakini. You just need the Ben 10 to search everything, all the fairs in the deck.
Right.
For example, you can, if you start with a Star Seraph in your hand, you can special summon the Herald and then search for the other Seraph.
Right.
And then you go with the combo of Seraph.
Did you also test the other versions of Cyber Angels?
Yes, but I think this one is
No, that's
maybe the better because it break less.
Yeah, it's more consistent. We also saw that, like in all 3 games, even sometimes it seemed like all 2 games, it seemed like your hand wasn't great, and then you drew the 5th card, and suddenly your hand is really usable.
Yeah.
You had 3 pre-preparation of rights.
But yes, I start with the field, Ritual Sanctuary. I can discard 1 spell card and search for almost everything.
So it's almost so we're down to 2 already. Yeah.
In fact, I play also 1 card here. Metal Phosis Fusion is useless, but with the Ritual Sanctuary, it's a +1.
Oh, okay.
I
So
can
that's
look
the
for
only
everything and then shuffle back and draw 1 card.
And I guess you always get your hands on the field spell, of course, with terraforming, and you're maxing out on
it's
those.
like 6 copies.
Yeah. So that. Did the deck ever let you down this weekend?
Sorry?
Did the deck ever let you down that you didn't draw into the right cards?
Just 1 time.
Just 1 time. So that's
Maybe 2.
maybe. But over the course of 10 rounds, that sounds like a pretty good like risk versus reward. Because some of the Monarch players, the deck is really powerful, but sometimes you just have a really, really bad hand, and then you cannot do anything.
Yeah.
This doesn't tend to happen with this deck.
Well, if you draw only the ritual spell cards, only magic cards, maybe it's a bit difficult.
Yeah.
But if you have the field, you can start.
Yeah, you can always get somewhere. All right. How much of a role does the element of surprise play, that your opponent does not know what you're playing? Because
I think it plays a lot.
we just saw that in our feature match where your opponent was reading every single card. And he's like, oh, what does this card do? Oh, what does this card do? So is that helping you because they are losing their concentration because of it?
Probably yes. They don't know how to play against me.
Did you see that somebody was like negating the wrong card or something like that?
Sorry, what?
Did you see an instance of an opponent negating the wrong card where you're like, oh, you should have used your negation for something else? Where you feel like they made a misplay because they don't know the deck?
Well, when it activates something, I have to think a bit because I need to know if it is the right card. But I also count the cards in his hand, and if I have 4 cards and he has 4 cards, I can negate everything,
Of
and
course,
I go ahead.
No,
Sorry, maybe I didn't understand.
it's okay. I mean that you are playing, you're making a move, you're playing something,
Okay.
and your opponent is countering the wrong card.
Maybe yes.
It's of course hard to tell because you never know what else they had, but Yeah.
Yes.
And does it make for like good chats after the matches where you can tell your opponent, "Oh, this is the best move," or how does that work?
Mm, maybe
Yeah,
yes, I did something,
Yeah.
but I don't remember really.
Okay, that's fine. So, what was your expectation at the start of the tournament? Did you think that this is good for day 2? This is good enough for top 32?
Well, yesterday, 2 days ago, I played some games. I
Mhm.
lost everything.
Oh, not a good
So
omen.
I came here and I really don't know how.
Didn't have a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
high hope, yeah. But you didn't change the deck.
No,
Why did
I
you
like
stick
it.
with?
I
Okay.
like rituals, and I think it's. Come si dice? Aspetta. I don't know. I don't remember one word.
It's okay. You can try to just like explain what you're trying to say.
If I can say it in
Yeah,
Italian.
you can. Sure.
Sperare.
Okay. I'm afraid I don't know the word. That's okay.
I trusted him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you feel very comfortable with the deck.
Yes.
Like you know it inside out, of course. All right. Are there any super interesting choices? You're building this version of the deck. What about your side deck? Is there something where you're like, this is an important card for me?
Lancea.
Mm-hmm.
Lancea, I can loop it with Saphira
Mm-hmm.
against Cosmo and Monarchs.
You're right.
I can use because it back to the hand with the Saphira.
Yeah. So that's a good combo,
Very
I guess.
nice.
Yeah.
I put this one, the Eye of Justice,
Mm-hmm.
just for the blue eyes.
Okay.
But I didn't find it.
It seems like there's almost no blue eyes, at
Yeah.
least not at the
Maybe
top of the field.
one or two.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe you end up getting paired against them in the top 32. You never know. What about, were there any cards, if you had the chance to start over with the information that you have now, were there any cards that you would now take out of the deck and put in instead?
Maybe I don't know, because there is also the banned list tomorrow, so
Yes.
it's a hard decision. I'm not very sure about Saphira, but it works very well with the Lancea.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe something from the extra deck.
Okay.
I never used the Exceeds rank 6.
Right. So maybe those
Maybe
could make some room for
yeah.
something else. All right. Well, that's fair enough. Speaking of the new restricted and limited list, is this deck gonna get better or get worse in the new format?
Max G. 2.
2 Maxi. That's the only change.
I think yes.
So you would still play it? No.
Yeah, of
Mm,
course.
of course. Immediately, like yes, of course. Right. So we might see you again in the future. Did you have any plans to travel to the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series? Maybe
If I can, yes, but I work, so I have to
balance. Yeah,
Yeah, of
It's
course.
always hard to find the time, of course. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Best of luck in the top 32. We
Thank
would
you.
love to see you go far, because we have quite a few fans of the Cyber Angels on the stream. We could tell they were always like, yes, Cyber Angels, Cyber Angels. And Luke, of course, is also a big fan of the deck. All right. That was Sandro Ficini, our round 10 winner. We're going to be back looking at how the top 32 are shaping up. So we're going to take a short break, talk to our scorekeeper, get all those results in. And then, of course, we're going to have our top 32 feature match. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to be back very soon.